Hello everybody and welcome to this playthrough for Rookie Division with various wins here for the Winter Major Tournament in Golf Clash the game. Before we take a closer look at the shots, make sure that you do hit the thumbs up button, also subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. For those of you that do want to take the game to the next level, make sure to go to patreon.com/golfclashtom and get our ultimate tournament guides and the exclusive tour text guides. Link to Patreon and our guides is directly in the description down below. Follow the info box on the right hand side to get the club distance adjustment, elevation adjustment, also what ball and club type I suggest you to play with. Have in mind that those are all suggestions and you don't have to follow it if you don't want to, but there is always a plan behind it. So let's go to hole number 1. Hole number 1, and regardless of what wind direction we're gonna go over the water. Use the driver with the most possible power. And then we're gonna stretch out to find the first bounce on the fairway. 4.5 bar top spin and 2 bars of side spin to the right. Max curl, and what I mean with max curl is that I'm using max with the extra mile level 6, which is half a ball to the right. If you can use more, because the closer to the green we are, the better it's going to be. And obviously, having even more curl than like 1 or 2 balls, then you have the possibility to get the ball even to green. Second shot, play with the club that gives you the best possible ball guideline. Here I'm gonna play an EB School version with the Firefly using 25% elevation for this. But with the Firefly here, even though it is not in the highest level, it gives you a very good ball guideline. So I would strongly advise you to use the Firefly if you do have that possibility. Otherwise, use the wedge that gives you the best possible ball guideline of the ones that you have the possibility to choose between. So, no spin, adjust not much for a 2.3 miles per hour, approximately 1 ring, hit perfect. Perfect ball, and it rolls right at pin for a beautiful eagle to start with on hole number 1. For hole number 2, this is going to be one of the better chances we do have to make a drop in this tournament. And here I want us to play with the sniper. Half a bar of left spin, as you can see. And I'm looking to have the white ring by the rough line with the ball guideline pointing towards the hole. Medium distance with a 10% over adjustment, and I'm using a Malin ball. There is no need, in my opinion, to use any better ball here, because this is such a good chance regardless what ball you're playing. So even if you have a 6 miles per hour or a 3 miles per hour, this shot will, with a perfect ball, always be very close, if not going in the hole. Perfect ball, and you can see the ID here with the first bounce on the fairway, second bounce on the green, and then the camera turns as we would like, and we get it right at pin for a beautiful hole-in-one here on hole number 2. For hole number 3, we do want to use the club with the most power possible, combined with a ball that gives us power 3. So the combination will be the extra mile and the Titan for me here. Aiming for the bottom of that island using 1 top spin and 2 bars of right spin. The further up we are on this island, the better it's going to be for the second shot. Because I don't want this hole to be displayed in a way of only being a safe eagle, because if you're only looking to get a safe eagle here, or the safest eagle possible, and then you use the fairway that is on the very left of the course, and then you play as far up as possible, then to just transport the ball to green and then to get an eagle and to be done with it. But if you do want to have a chance for an albatross, this is a route to follow. Adjustment max plus 10, and then we get the ball up here on the fairway in a very nice way. For the second shot, if you do have sniper level 7 or better, use that club. But if you don't, as I don't have better than a sniper level 6, then I'm playing with the horizon instead. This to get a better ball guideline, as I at least thought, but the ball guideline is not super with the horizon level 4, but still better than the sniper level 6. Ball guideline pointing towards the hole, using the left spin, a little bit of back spin as well, And now we're going to use a true club distance with a 20% over adjustment. And as always, when it comes to true club distance, it means that check where maximum distance are, check where minimum distance are, and then judge your club distance based on that. Bounces on the fairway, gets up onto green. We like this angle, and we, even though we come in hot, we get this ball to drop for an albatross, which is going to be a very rare drop here from front tee. Alright, so I decided here for hole number 4 to show you an aggressive route that I do like way more than bouncing like normal here on the fairway over towards the green. So first, to have that said, if you're looking to just have a super safe birdie with a very little chance for an hole-in-one, then you bounce with your long iron on the first fairway over towards the green. But if you do want to push it and give yourself the best chance for an hole-in-one, then go for a rough bump. 3 topspin, 1 right spin. Use your sniper with the yellow ring by the rough line. Adjustment is max plus 10, power 0 ball numbers. Adjustment is done. Center the ball, hit perfect. Have in mind that playing this rough bump doesn't automatically mean that just you make a minor error is going to be in the water. You do have some room for error here too, otherwise I would never suggest it. Rolls just right off the pin, which is a bit unfortunate. You can, there is no need to play with any other ball than a Marlin. Obviously, you can reduce the wind even more to make the rough bump even more safe. But again, I wanted to focus on a bit more aggressive approach than I normally do in this hole, because I feel I want to provide you with the best possible chance for an hole-in-one. Hole number 5 is going to be, in my opinion, from front tee, one of the better chances for an albatross if we are comparing all the 3 par 5s that we're going to play of the Nordic Fjords. 2 left spin, a little bit of backspin, and now the idea here is to get the ball to stop before the rough at the top. So 1 bar of backspin is perfect when we do have a slight tailwind. Max plus 10 is what we're using in terms of club distance and then elevation. Adjustment is done, and then we will apply a little bit of curl to the left just to prevent us from going too far to the right, so approximately half a ball to the left. Bounces on the fairway over to the other fairway and position itself very nicely on the fairway here above the bunker. So for the second shot, you will notice that I will play with the horizon, but that's because my ball guideline with the sniper is not that good. If you do have sniper level 7 or better, then use the sniper for the second shot to increase the opportunity of dropping this albatross. 10% elevation and true club distance, but in the end I'm gonna say max distance here, because we are more or less always going to be in max distance of our club. A little bit too heavy on the topspin, which you will be noticing, but that's the tough part with not having the sniper level 7 or better, because then we cannot really rely on the ball guideline as we can with the sniper, so it becomes a bit of a guesswork. And that's why this drop here means a little bit more, because it's a little bit tougher to do so than having a better ball guideline. So drops right at pin, you know, with an iron pin. It came coming very hot, but an albatross nonetheless on hole number 5. Hole number 6, I'm gonna show you 2 types of approaches. One where we do have tailwind, and now we're gonna go for it. And here you need to play with a power 5 ball, otherwise you won't be able to reach over to the fairway if you're not. Yeah, you could be super duper lucky, but that much luck is gonna bite you in the butt many of the times as well. So power 5 ball berserker is perfect, as you can win that for free in the golden shot. You play with 4.5 bar topspin. If you can play with 6 bars of topspin, then do so, but not more than 6 bars of topspin, please. Max plus 10, power 5, and then we're gonna play max over power and try to hit. Perfect. Obviously a great ball here. A great ball to the left will be better than a great ball to the right. And the idea here is to get the ball to be as close to the green possible. Second shot is a wedge. Play with a wedge that gives you the best ball guideline. Unfortunately, that's the skewer level 5 for me, which is not good that either. So it's going to be a tough one having to guess. Obviously, this is going to be a better chance than having to play a short iron or a long iron from distance. But playing with a Firefly, even in a low level, would be brilliant here, as it does have a good ball guideline. But let's take a look at the more, what can we call it, the more conservative option here as option 2. For the more conservative option here in hole number 6, we're gonna play with a power 2 ball such as the Katana to get us at least the power 2, but also then the side spin. I would say the side spin is a little bit more crucial than the power here, as we do want to get the ball to be on the right side of that rough patch that you can see there in the center of the second fairway. So we go with all the side spin, 4.5 bar top spin, aiming very close to the rough line on the right, or not very close. We still have 2 rings of room, but it's still going to be more of the close side than the far away side. Max plus 10, power 2, half a ball of curl to the right, and then we're going to bounce on the fairway. And you can see here now that the ball is coming very nicely down the fairway, being in between the 2 rough. Second shot, now you can obviously play this one in 2 ways, or not obviously, but you can play this one in 2 ways. One, that you bounce the ball towards the pin as normal, or you go for a dunk. I like to go for a dunk when I do have a bad ball guideline, especially when I can play with a thorn, and I can actually hit a great ball and still have the ball to stop on the fringe or on the green for a simple birdie. And the reason why I'm going with a dunk here now is just because of those reasons. I do have a bad ball guideline, and I still have a risk-free shot, as I don't really I have a risk-free shot, because even if I wouldn't drop it, I would still be able to stay out from the rough or from the sand. So a dunk here for y'all. And once again, you can play the second shot just in a normal way, which is to bounce towards the pin. That's completely up to you in what way you want to play it. For the final of the par 3, we're also going to play, in my opinion, the toughest of the 3. And that goes, that goes a pretty long way due to me not liking hole number 4 either. And it's because we're going to have to play with a long iron here. And playing from front tee, and we're playing with lower level clubs, it doesn't really help here. Playing with a Grizzly level 7 plus obviously is a massive advantage here, having a good ball guideline. So it becomes a bit of a guesswork here for us now when trying to dial this shot in with the backbone. 3.2 backspin and 3 left spin, aiming so the ball comes from right to left here to bounce on the first fairway pad, then over towards the green. Max plus 30 is what we are using, and then trying to hit perfect. What needs to be said here is that there is sand bumps, there is rough bumps, but those are aggressive shots. I didn't really want to focus on that type of play here, because it's also wind angle dependent. Missing left of the pin, good speed though. We need to move our target more right to get ourselves a better look at a hole-in-one. Hole number 7 here will be a tough one, but at least with this shot we do have a safe birdie with an outside chance for an hole-in-one. For hole number 8, we're gonna play with the big topper if we do have that one in level 1+, which means if we have just unlocked the big topper, then we're gonna use that club, because we do want to use all the top spin and do a double bounce over the bunker. So max top spin, 1 bar of left spin. Now look at my second bounce position here now. You can see that we are very close to the sand trap line. If you do play in tailwind and crosswind, we can play with a power 1 ball such as the Quasar. If we do have a headwind, I would recommend to go up to play with a power 2 ball and even a power 3 ball in a stronger headwind. A little bit more than half a ball of a curl, and we double bounce over the bunker, and we are now greenside for a simple eagle chance here on hole number 8. Use the wedge with the best possible ball guideline. Unfortunately, the skewer does not provide us with that, but let's say a Firefly in low level would be absolutely brilliant in this scenario. Obviously, for those of you that do play with better clubs, such as the Rapier and the Endbringer, obviously use those two over the Skewer. Again, ball guideline should be your focus for the wedge here for the second shot to lock in this eagle, which is an eagle you're gonna have to get, because that is something your opponents will do. Hole number 9. Here we're gonna play purely for an eagle. So we're gonna play on the left hand side, trying to go as far up the fairway possible. 4.5 bar topspin, which is max. If I would be having more topspin, I would be using more topspin. 2 bars of right spin as well. Adjust a maximum distance with a 10% over adjustment. Push up to max. And here I'm using approximately 3 rings of overpower with my extra mile. Obviously, an extra mile with the overpower here will be a little bit risky because of the bad accuracy. And you can see here now, look, we have loads of room to go further up, so don't be afraid of using more topspin if you have that possibility. With low level clubs set up, then the big dog is the best club to go with on the second shot. Just make sure that you do have the power enough to reach to this spot here on the fairway. Even though we can reach here, this is gonna be a super tough one to get close, because it's very easy to get a glitch roll on the green. 2 bars of right spin, a little bit of backspin, max plus 20. But look at this, even though I bounce this nicely, it just kicks off like a rocket on the green, and it rolls up. It didn't roll into the sand or stuff like that. It's just gonna be a little bit longer putt. So let's say like this, that if you have higher level clubs, such as, you know, Sniper 9, Sniper 8s and stuff like that, and you maybe then have a better drive, you can reach further up, use the sniper instead of the second shot. You can play with the ball guideline and make sure that you're not gonna have that glitch roll in many of the cases. But the glitch roll will always be there, so have that in mind, and that's a big reason why I see this one purely as an eagle hole. Thank you so much everybody for watching this playthrough for Rookie Division with various wins here for the Winter Major Tournament in Golf Clash the game. Make sure to step up your game by getting one of our guides for the Ultimate Tournament guides or the exclusive tour text guides on Patreon. Link to Patreon and our guides is directly in the description down below. Thank you once again for watching, and good luck in your Golf Clash game.